What's up, everybody? Scott and AJ back here. What are we? Episode 32, man. Consistent.
32, man.
Now we
Retweet.
try to, yeah, we try to come at you every week. So there's sometimes life gets in the way, but hey, anyways, just doing
Hey,
this.
I think I'm gonna say, well, I think we've done pretty darn good,
Yeah, I
Scotty.
think
I
we
mean,
have.
32 episodes, it's 32 weeks we've come together and done this. We started it last year. When did we start it last year?
And was it? It was prior to November, I think, or right around
Oh
October.
yeah, yeah. No, it was football season. The
Yeah,
football season
yeah,
because we
because it
did
was
picks.
football. We did
Because
picks. That's
we
right at
did
the
pick. I
beginning
think
of
it was in the
football season.
summer. We kind of
Yeah,
started in the summer, I think. But I think we've done pretty darn good.
right.
Um,
Still
for
got some
football.
learning to do, and
Yeah.
like you said, at some point, we'll put them on on other platforms. But we got this new YouTube channel here that we
Yep.
got it on, and new Instagram for it too. So
So hey, if you are watching this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.
yeah,
We need,
exactly.
we need,
And
we need, we need subscriptions.
right, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell, whatever. We appreciate the support. I want to give a quick shout out to met a kind of connected with a another podcaster today, sports podcaster. He's got his own channel called the Sports Nuts down in I believe they're out of South Carolina somewhere. But shout out to them.
Yeah,
They're about to approach their 100th episode.
that's awesome, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome. Good for
gonna
them.
have a
Congratulations.
special something special going on for that, I believe. So, but anyways, shout out to them. It was great connecting with him today, and I think he's another golfer, but they talk about basically anything sports, I believe, on their channel. So if you're not following
Nice.
them,
Yeah.
we're not paid to push this out there, just helping support somebody. But if you're not following them, look them up. It's the Sports Nuts with a Z at the end. Subscribe to them on YouTube too. But yeah, we're gonna do a little quick episode here this week. We got what? Holly Ridge. We played
Yeah,
this
we got to do our analysis of Holly Ridge and talk
yeah,
about our round and what went well and what didn't go well. And
right.
yeah, we'll go from there. And then
Then
I
we'll
think we're going to talk TGL, right? TGL
TGL,
finished up
yep.
this week.
Yep. And then what we got opening day baseball started
Opening
yesterday.
day yesterday.
Yep.
I'm excited about. I love opening day baseball, man.
Oh
It's
yeah. We
nothing
used to
like
go
it.
all the time as a kid in grade school.
Yep.
And
Yep.
then couple weeks, we're not
Two
diving
weeks.
into this, but we got the Masters coming up.
In 2 weeks we'll be done with the second round of the Masters at this time.
The
Really
best week of
exciting.
golf. The best week of golf.
Really,
And,
really exciting. So
yep. Anyways, let's dive into Holly Ridge real quick here. So, great course, man. It is in great shape. The greens were fast again.
yep.
Um, Everything hasn't greened up yet.
No, still brown. Still brown.
The
So
fairways were great. Course was That's a fairly wide open course, but
very wide open.
clubhouse is still awesome. They were packed when you're done because we played
They
on Sunday.
redid it a little bit. They moved the pro shop into where the dining room used to
Right,
be and moved the dining room where the pro
right,
shop was, opened it up. Really did a
right.
really smart thing they did there. It looks great. The place is awesome, dude. It's a really
Yeah,
cool
they've
place.
got six. I still got to post some videos on it actually on to Instagram and my other golf channel. But yeah, they've got six virtual golf
Six
bays.
bays. Yep, six bays.
We briefly talked about it last week. But anyways, let's dive in a little quick about our scorecard. So not a bad round, man. You had a pretty good round, and then Alex.
Yeah.
Thankfully, our buddy Ryan was able to get out after
Yeah.
some health issues that he's been going through. He's able to play with us. I know he enjoyed it. It was a nice day by the
The
time we
first
finished.
time he's played out there too. So the first time
Right.
you play out there,
First time he's played
it's a
18 holes in
yeah,
9 months,
it's
I
cool.
think. So
It's cool. So I'm
yeah.
happy he was able to be out there.
Yep.
But yeah, so let's kind of analyze the rounds here. So we'll go, we Scott and I both keep our stats here. We keep fairways, hit, greens, and regulations, putts, and
Yep.
our score, obviously. Where can we improve and what can we do better? So I'm gonna start with kind of a quick analyzation of my round. Started a little slow, went bogey. Um, just didn't really wasn't just wasn't putting very well, and I think that was kind of the whole emphasis of my round. Um, Couple, I had one, two, three, four three putts, and that's really been the kicker. But back to hitting the ball, I was striking the ball pretty well.
Yeah.
I hit 8 of 14 fairways, and now again these fairways are pretty big for the most part. Um, Hit 9 greens in reg, and these greens are pretty massive. They have 9 pin locations on pretty much every green.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of pin locations that they're able to use. But it's pretty cool. So at 9 greens in reg, and then the real number that I think hurt me was the 37 putts with 4 3 putts. Though that's not good. Now a lot of those putts, some of those putts I had what like 40, 50, 60 feet. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So that's big putts.
What'd you end up with total putts?
Shot 84, 42, 40, 42 and 42.
Yeah, what'd
Um,
you end up with putts?
putts was 37.
Nice.
So that I like to be at the 30 number. So if the way I look at that is you take 84, take 7 off of that, and I'm 77. You know,
Mhm.
that's where you really can make up some strokes and everything like that. I think I only lost one ball. I played with one ball for like 27 holes, and I lost that one finally. Um, so put it in the water. But it was a really good round. The weather was nice. It was still a little chilly, so it warmed up as the day went on. But there's definitely some room for improvement. You know, I think it's only the second or third round of the year that we've played really.
Yeah, it was actually
Um,
only the second round that we finished 18 because the
Finish
other
18.
18
Yeah,
we had to leave it like a whole 16. So
that's right. That's right. So
normally we've
you know,
had at least 4 rounds by now. So, but
yeah. So
yeah,
like I'm happy with the way I was playing. I'm happy with the way I'm hitting the ball. I just kind of need to dial in a little bit, get a little better with the short game, get a little closer with my, my scoring irons. And I had a lot of, like, low irons where I like, 8-9 wedge and lob wedge and sand wedge. And instead of being inside 15 feet, I was like outside 30 feet. And that's kind of what hurt me a little bit.
right,
So,
right.
but that's okay. That's all right. Like I said, I struck the ball pretty well and I was excited about that. So, how
Yeah.
about you, buddy?
No, I had a decent day. Could have done better. My front nine was score wise was better than the back nine. Shot a 44 and a 47 for a 91. Uh, seven greens in regulation. My putting was really good again. 17 and 17. So no, only one three putt on the day.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's pretty good. At this course, that's pretty good because
yeah,
you could be in the wrong spot, and you got to try to like. There was one, I think it was the second hole I was on, and I mean, I was on top of the ridge, and I barely tapped the putt, and it almost went off the green.
right. I
Um,
should have really had
so
a probably in 88 or 89. What hurt me on the back nine was I had a shank to the left in the pond on the par three on hole 16. And other than that,
mm,
I would have
yeah,
if I would have parred that, I would have been at an 88. If I would have bogeyed it, I would have been at an 89. So that's
and that
what
was a really, I remember that was a really tough pin placement. That
oh
pin
yeah.
placement was all
Over
the way on the left.
on the
It was
left over
playing
the
about
sand.
180. I think it was playing
Narrow.
180.
Yeah, narrow green too.
Narrow green. Alex hit his straight through the green, which was probably
Right.
the best play. I
And if
took
you
dead
don't,
aim. I took dead
right.
aim and was left of the green. I had
But then you had a
nothing to
great
work
chip
with,
shot.
and hit the best shot I hit all day was an absolute beautiful chip shot. I don't know how I was able to get that thing close to the green. Was able to par
The
that one.
key to
So
me, I finally had a birdie again. First
did
time in however many rounds.
you
So
did you were able to get
that was
birdie the
I think
what
that
the
was on the back on the front nine.
front
Yeah.
nine.
Hole
Par five,
number
right?
yeah,
Was it eight?
par five, hole
Seven?
number seven. So
Seven, yeah.
I
Hit a
didn't
long
even hit
putt.
that. I didn't even hit that fairway, but I hit the long putt from front
Real
part of the green. So
Yeah, it was a really good putt. About 40 feet, I think. 40, 45 feet. That was a good shot.
yeah. So anyways, that was
How many fairways did you hit?
I only hit seven. I hit more on the
Yeah, that's
back.
not bad. That's half. Seven's half the fairways, dude.
Yeah, but I hit more on the back nine. If I would have hit the par three, I would have really had, but I didn't hit the
Yeah.
par three. So,
And
but
how
yeah,
many greens in regulation did you have? You said
I hit seven.
seven. So okay.
Yeah. No, wait, no, greens in regulation. Sorry. Fairways I hit seven. Greens in regulation I did not have many. I only had one on the front and then three on the back.
Okay, so four.
Yeah. That's what hurts me.
Yeah. You kind of
But
get through the
we're
GRs.
getting better. Look how much I improved from last time to this
Oh
time.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's the
Different
game
course
is such a
too.
finicky game and a fickle game, and we'll go out next week and shoot really well or really bad, and you just kind of gotta, not fight your swing and let it come to you and play. And when you're at a course like this, you really like it's pretty open, so you're able to really have a lot of fun out there, and that's why I love playing out here. It's a great place. It's a great deal. If you bring a foursome, it's like $43, and when it all gets broken down on a weekend, and it's
Yep.
probably the best deal in the state, honestly, for the course that you play. So.
Yep. Yeah, we're not sure where we're playing yet. We may play probably Jamestown, but we'll see next
Yeah,
year. It'll be in the 80s, I think.
Yeah,
So
we're not gonna play. We're not gonna be able to play this weekend, unfortunately.
yeah.
Alex is up. Alex is up taking his son over to App State to look at schools. So they're
Oh,
on their
nice.
way up
We
there, which is great. Tyler's heading up there with them, so they'll have a good time. I got softball all weekend. I got a tournament tomorrow with the little one that we're gonna be in Concord area. And then yeah, and then Sunday we got practice again. I think it's supposed to rain on Sunday if I'm not mistaken too. We're gonna have to keep an
Yep.
eye on that
Yep.
weather. So,
Yeah.
but
So on that,
I may get out and play nine on Sunday if I could. We'll kind of fingers crossed, and maybe do nine after five next week. It's
yeah,
gonna be interesting to see, but
Tuesday's best for me if he can play.
yep,
So,
Tuesdays no
anyways,
brainer.
what do we got? TGL just finished up, right?
Yes, it did.
Mm.
Congratulations to the Atlanta team with the
Yeah,
big win over New York. Played well, and you know, I liked it a lot in the beginning, but when Tiger stopped playing and Rory wasn't playing well, it really
yeah,
kind of, I think, I kind of lost some interest. I hate to
I
say
did
it.
too. I did too.
I, the hammer situation. I think they got to do something with this hammer where you can,
Yeah.
bet more and do this and do that. I think there's a better way to do
I
that. So
think
they
it's
got to
got potential.
figure some things out.
It's got potential to start it out better, but and I think it's good for the game. The more golf,
Yeah,
um, and
I agree
then
with that.
the fact that you can sit there and just sit down and watch the whole thing, and I have to walk 8 million miles and all that other stuff. But yeah, no, I hope it comes back, and I think they've got some room for improvement. I'm sure they will, but we'll see what happens in the future. But it was cool to watch some of the first few episodes. I kind of didn't tune in as much towards the end of it, but
Yep.
I thought it was still good for the game. I have
I
those
do, I do
friends
really
that
like.
don't like it, but whatever.
I
So
like the team aspect. I like the match play kind of
right.
aspect. That's really cool. I
Still
really enjoy
competitive.
watching that.
So yeah.
Um, so yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yep,
So.
yep.
So professional golf right now.
Yeah, what
Congratulations
about
to Victor Hovland, just won the Valspar down in Tampa.
yep.
Came back. Justin Thomas was up three, and they got through the snake pit, and Victor went two on. I think he went one under, and Justin went two over, and it just kind of flipped the script on him. So, congratulations to Victor. I know he said his game's not where it needs to be, but the dude's shooting 12, 13 under
Yeah.
par for
I'll
a
take it.
weekend. I'll take that any
My
day.
game's not it, but I'm taking it. All right.
It's always fun to watch. Now they got a little Texas swing here where they're going to be in Houston right now, and Scotty Scheffler just got the lead. Like they had to cancel due to they got some storms down there, so everybody stay safe down there and everything like that.
Yeah,
And then they're at San Antonio next week.
nice.
At the what is it? I don't know if it's an Omni down there or a Hilton. It's a really nice course. I think it's an Omni. It's a really nice
And
course. We've talked about that a little bit.
you've played down there in that area.
I
We
have.
can talk about
I used
that.
to. I actually played a place called La Cantera down there, which actually hosted the San Antonio Open for about 10, 12 years. So we were able to play. My uncle Alex and I were able to play that course when we went down there, and it's a really cool course.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun to
Not don't
play.
get confused with cousin Alex, Uncle Alex.
Yep. Yeah. I got a lot of Alexes in the family. Yeah.
Anyways,
Cousin Alex and Uncle Alex.
yeah, San Antonio is a great city. I love that's one
Yep.
city I like down there.
Yeah. So
Uh,
they're heading there next week, and then it's on to Augusta after that, and I think we're gonna have all excited
yeah,
about that.
we're gonna prepare for a big episode that week. So
Hmm.
one of the biggest sports things of this week, we got opening day yesterday for baseball. I'm a
Yes.
Kansas City Royals fan. They played a good Cleveland Guardians team yesterday. Unfortunately, they lost it in 10 innings, 7-4, but looks like they might have if their pitching can hold together, they're probably gonna have another pretty good team. Both of those teams probably will. So I think they play again tomorrow night in Kansas City. So three
Yeah.
series finishes up on Sunday. But yeah, hoping the Royals can make it back and make a longer run and see what happens. So we'll see. But
Yeah, I'm
we
excited
used
about
to
this year
take
also.
off school and go to opening day as kids till they went on
Yeah.
strike. That was a blast, man. Go with
Yep.
my
Yep.
grandpa and mom and dad and everybody, sister. So that was fun. So
Yep. I'm a Mets fan, so they had a tough one yesterday in Houston.
yeah,
Um, uh, Valdez was throwing for Houston, and he was just mowing
yeah.
them down.
Soto strike
Um,
out at the end.
Yeah. So I'm a Mets fan, but I'm excited about Juan Soto coming to town. I mean, well, staying in town really. He was with the Bronx last year, but moving over, coming over to Queens, and hopefully we'll have a good year. I'm a little worried about the pitching. Hopefully the pitching
Yeah.
can hold up. We'll see. So, it's just a fun time right now. You got Masters coming up. You got NCAA tournament currently going on right now. You got MLB baseball.
My bracket's doing okay. I'm
My
third.
bracket was shot after the first day, dude. It was so bad. But I still got Duke. So I picked Duke. I did pick Duke. I
Yeah,
decided to have my
I
bracket
got
done
Duke
yet,
in
but I picked
Florida.
Duke to win it all. Um,
They're playing well.
I had him playing.
Alabama played pretty well last
Yeah,
night too.
I had him playing St. John's. Well, that didn't go so well. So,
Yeah, I had St. John's beat Arkansas, or I had yeah, St. John's. Was it Arkansas they could have beat? Yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah. I had them going farther too, but and
yeah,
obviously a few others, but yeah.
sure.
But anyways, my bracket still. I think I'm third in the group that we're in. So
Yeah. Yeah, like you don't have football going on, but you got football free agency going on. There's just
right.
so much stuff going
Draft
on.
is
It's
coming
getting
up.
nice outside. The draft's coming up. All the combines are going on. Baseball's going. Hockey's getting winding down the playoffs. Basketball's winding down the playoffs for NBA. So much stuff going on. It's just a great time
Right.
of year for sports.
Hopefully we'll get some more 9 after 5s. We couldn't make it out because of schedules this week, but maybe we'll make a round next week. But that's pretty much all I have for this week, unless you got anything else.
No, no, I think I'm excited about where we're at with our golf games. I would love to play next week one day. Maybe Tuesday we can work something
I
out.
did
Like so got practice, but
I did
depending
get
on how
out to the I did get out chipping and putting one night this week,
there
so
you
I
go.
put some of that content up, but yeah, I was able to chip around in the Stony Creek 5 minutes down the road, so nice little
Nice,
chip area.
nice.
You're familiar with that one, so yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we're definitely gonna have to go do a review of that course too. We're gonna have to
Oh
come up there
yeah.
and play because that's
That
a
one's tight.
you know
That's
Tom
tough.
Jackson, the Tom
It's a nice
Jackson
course.
design right there. It's a good one. It's a good one out there. So
Nice course. It's just tight. But
it
anyway,
is.
if
It's
you're
nice.
playing this weekend, most important things have fun and hit them straight. But enjoy the time. Enjoy it while you can, because you never know when you might not have it. So, but anyways, like I said, most important things have fun, and appreciate you tuning in.
See you guys soon.